Hey guys, hello everybody, welcome back to another live. I hope everybody's doing great. We're back here live on YouTube to analyze, trade, and learn. We're just getting started, so let's try to get the likes up to at least 10 or 15 likes. If I can get everybody to hit that thumbs up button, that'll be greatly appreciated. Once we are at 10 likes, then we can officially start with the analysis. Okay, so let's get the likes up. If this is your first time joining the live, then welcome. It's great to have you here. What I do on this live is analyze the Forex market, and I also analyze Bitcoin. This is a great place to learn about trading if you're a beginner. I come live I used to come live twice a day, but for now, I'm just keeping it at once a day. So usually I'll be coming live around this time at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. And it's Monday through Thursday. I do have a Telegram group where I share signals, which you can take for free. And you can also learn a lot more about trading by being in a Telegram group. I encourage you to join it if you're not in it yet. The link to the Telegram group is listed below this live. If you check the description box, you'll see the link to the Telegram channel. Okay. So once we get to 10, 15 likes, then we can get started with the analysis. We'll start off by analyzing gold. After that, we'll go and look at GBP I gave a sell on GBP which actually is about to hit the first take profit. The first take profit is at around 1.3380. Yeah, 82 right here. And this is a sell I posted on the VIP group, and we took that sell around here. Okay, so we're gonna analyze GBP we'll analyze gold, and we'll also look at AUD which is another pair that I trade. We'll look at that, and then finally we'll also look at Bitcoin, and we can also look at other pairs that you guys would like me to analyze. You know, if there's enough time, I can analyze 2 or 3 more pairs after this 4 main pairs that I normally analyze. So let's get the likes up. I can see we're already at 10. So let's try to get 5 more and then we can get started. If you're watching this live after it has already happened, please make sure to leave a like as well, please. I really appreciate it. Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna get started soon. Just waiting for the likes to get to 15. I can see it's currently only at 10. How many people took the gold sell that just happened this morning? How many of you guys took the gold sell? Hello, hi Gabriel, hi Bright, hi Pamela. Can everybody hear me? Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me. Hi, hi, Obina. We can hear you. Okay, perfect. What did Pamela said? I did, but I chickened out early. Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. So I guess not many of you guys took the gold sale. That's unfortunate because it was a really good sale. But anyways, we're gonna see more trading opportunities, with gold because it's very volatile. There's always gonna be a trading opportunity. So Anyways, let me see if the likes is at the point where I would like it to be. So just one more. We're at 14. One more person to hit that thumbs up button. And I'm sure we can get it even to 30 because there's over 30 of us watching this live. So we can easily get it to 30. Uh, I am on sales on Euro USD. Okay. So the likes was okay, perfect. So we can officially begin. And for those who have not yet liked, please give this video a thumbs up because it really helps with it helps with the uh it helps with YouTube promoting it and all that so other viewers can also see it, you know? So anyways, let's get started. We're going to analyze gold number one. So let me open it up here. I mean, I already have it open. So let's check the 1 hour time frame, see what's happening. So I want to do a little bit of review of what happened yesterday, you know, from when we analyzed it yesterday, what happened, and then where's the price at right now, and where could the price be heading within the next few hours or within the next couple of days. Okay. So let's basically see. So yesterday when I was analyzing it, I believe the price of gold was actually, where was it? Okay, this was when I gave the buy. Okay. So this was here. I gave the buy signal yesterday right here. And the take profit got hit, right? And then basically my expectation was for gold to come all the way up to 3,386, but it didn't get there. Okay. It didn't get there. It made it only to like 3,352. And then from there, it just started retracing to go down. Okay. So that's what happened. So we can see it came down, it came up to 3,352, and then we started retracing. And now we've just been moving sideways for the last, since Monday. Yeah, since, after this sell off, price then stopped and then just started moving sideways. It's currently consolidating. See, let me properly read the comment. On a buy. Okay. So yeah, it's currently consolidating. And where is the price heading to? It will touch 3,360. Okay. Well, we're gonna see about that. So basically, where is the price heading? Right now, because the price got rejected at 3,352, and then it failed to hold the support of 3,330. There's a very high chance it's heading back down here. Okay, so I'm targeting 3,275, 70 as the next target. I believe this is where gold should drop down to. Okay, so I believe it's going to sell off as long as we don't break this current resistance here. This is 3,323 is basically the level that gold shouldn't break. So yeah, for me for now, I'm going to look for a sell. I mean, I already took a sell here, which played out. Okay, and if the price comes back here again, it's still an area for a sell. Okay, so possible sell around 3,224, 3,221, possible sell at that level. And yeah, so basically you can just target the for this current low here, price should return back to that low. And then the main target is all the way down here at 3,275. Okay. For me to buy gold, yeah, the good area for me to look for possible buy is all the way down at 3,275. Around 2,375. Possible good area for a buy on gold. Okay. Over here, the price is buying because we do have support, right? There's a fair value gap right here, which the price of gold is currently yeah, it's currently pretty much trying to use to push back up. But I think this fair value gap is gonna fail. Prices basically held it, halfway, bounced back up, came back, fully tap into it, and now it's trying to bounce back up, but it may not be able to go up that far because of the current resistance that we have. The price basically created this resistance, which is going to cause the price to basically struggle to go higher. Okay, so this bullish fair value gap could easily turn into a inverted fair value gap. So basically what needs to happen, we need to get a 1 hour candle to close below this current support, right? So the support is at 3,301. If we can get the price to close a 1 hour bearish candle below this current support, 3,301, then 3,001, so between 3,001 and 3,019 is going to turn into a very strong resistance. All right, so immediately once the price is able to break this current support, you can now look for a sell at the pullback. All right, when the price retraces back towards 3,301, 3,000, anywhere between 3,301, 3,318, 19, you can now look for a sell. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. You sell. Okay, so that's basically my expectation. I'm expecting the price to head down to that level. So for gold right now, it is a sell. Okay, so yeah, so sell and then set your SL slightly above this resistance, 3,325, 25, 26 would be a good area to set your stop loss. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's what I see happening on gold here. Now, if I zoom out, the current trend on gold is still bearish. All right, we're still in a downtrend because the price hasn't broken above this main lower high here. This is like the main resistance. If the price is to resume bullish, we need to break above 3,386. So if we can successfully break above 3,386 on the 1 hour time frame, then it's going to now be able to push all the way back to the all-time high. Okay, but until then, the market structure is still bearish. The current low is right here, which hasn't yet gotten broken. The price tapped into it once, was able to use it as support, and now, if it comes here again, there's a high possibility it's going to break it, right? Because of, the number of time it has already bounced off of that support. So if you're someone that's trying to look for a buy on gold, I did say, yeah, a good area to look for a buy is 3,275. Okay, but now that I'm reviewing it again, it is not going to be so we sell. Yeah, it is a sell for now. So this is not going to be, it's going to be a tricky one. With this one, I wouldn't buy right away. I would wait for confirmation either on the 1 hour or 4-hour time frame, you know, before I can buy. I want to see whether it's going to hold it, but I highly doubt it because this can easily turn into liquidity. You know, the number of times that the price comes to a support more than like 3 times, more than 2 or 3 times, it becomes a weak area for a buy. You know, this is usually an area for a trap, to trap a lot of traders who are using the support and resistance strategy, right? They're going to get trapped buying gold here. What gold is going to do is going to break below this support, get their stop loss, because many people, when they buy at this support, they're going to set their stop loss slightly below. So gold is going to break below it, head to the next support, which in this case is like the next support would be like around 3,212, 3,220, 31. That's where gold would drop down to, and then most likely bounce back up. Okay. So yeah, so be careful buying here. You could, but wait for confirmation first. Okay. So anyways, for gold right now, it is a sell. Look for a sell. Target 3,000, 3,301 as your first take profit, and then 3,276 as your second take profit. Okay. So that's the analysis on gold. Now let's move on. Let's move on. I'm going to show you visually what this would look like as well. Okay, so this is it here on gold. So yeah, so the current looks like inducement. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Okay, so that's on gold. We'll review this later on and see how it played out. Okay, now let's go and check out GBP/USD. Okay, all right, so GBP/USD, this one, based on the analysis from yesterday, unfortunately, it failed. Okay, it unfortunately failed. This, yeah, this sell here that was given last week was a fail, right? Because the price ended up breaking above the 34, 33, 35 resistance, unfortunately. So, yeah, okay. So now that it has broken above that, okay, it's going to, there's now a possibility it's going to be able to now start heading higher, okay. So you want to be looking for buying opportunities for GBP/USD, and as of right now, the best area to actually buy GBP/USD is sitting right here, okay. So starting between 1.3348, 1.3348, all the way down to 1.3277. This is a good area for a buy on GBP/USD, and I believe this is where the price is coming down to. Okay, so in the short term, you want to sell GBP/USD, and then you can target 1.3348 as your take profit, and so on. You can even target this low. If this support fails, right, if the price comes here and it fails to hold this support, it is now going to drop lower, right? So yeah, so for GBP/USD right now in the short term is a sell, but once we tap into this area, it's going to buy. Okay, it's going to buy, and then it's going to most likely continue this current trend. This is a trend that is on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, this trend here is on the 1 hour time frame, and you can also see this trend pretty clear. Okay, you can see it a lot more on the 4 hour. Okay, so this is the 4 hour time frame here. You can see we have a, let me also delete, I want to delete this, I don't know why I have that. Okay, so you can see on the 4 hour time frame, we have a very nice uptrend, which the market has basically been in. Okay, very nice uptrend here. It hasn't broken this uptrend at all. So currently our previous previous high, let's start with the current high. Okay, so our current high is right over here. Okay, so always identify what the current high is. If you notice that the price is in an uptrend, first you want to know what the current high is. I mean, you don't have to put a line on it, but you can just visually know. Okay, so current high is basically like the highest point price went to for that current uptrend. Okay, now the previous higher high is right over here. Okay, and then the previous higher low is all the way down over here. Okay, so this is why I have this gray box. This gray box is basically showing the the previous higher high and the previous higher low, and where the prices are right now is it is coming back for a retest. Okay, it's coming back for retest. This right here is the internal support. Okay, this area that I told you to look for a buy is the internal support, which GBP/USD is coming back to, and once it gets to this area, it's going to most likely buy back up. Okay, it's most likely going to buy back up. So that's why this is a good area to look for a buy. And if you buy here, you set your stop loss, it says slightly below this low here. If you're buying like around here, then the level price shouldn't break would be this right here. Okay, so yeah, GBP/USD in the short term right now it is sell, and then later on it's going to turn into a buy once we arrive between 1.3348, 1.3278, then we're going to buy. Okay, I hope that makes sense. A good area to have entered a short would have been like right here. Okay, but it should continue selling. There's a chance we might get a slight bounce back up because of this support here, but I think it's gonna buy. If you're gonna I think it's gonna sell. So if you're gonna sell, just set your stop loss, set your stop loss above this current resistance. 1.34 1.3446 would be a good area to set your stop loss for GBP/USD. All right, so we're done with the analysis for GBP/USD. I hope everything makes sense. So next on the list, let's see this one here, AUD/USD. Yeah, so for AUD/USD, kind of like trapped a lot of people yesterday, right? So with this one here, when we analyzed it, I basically told you guys it was like 50-50 chance it was either gonna buy or sell. Okay, we had a 50-50 chance, and we got some trap that happened yesterday. Okay, so the price actually pretended to buy, but it basically ended up reversing and started selling off. Okay, so we can see that right over here, this wick right here. Okay, so this is the market basically attempting to break this resistance, right? We had this resistance at 64.38, which the price basically tried to break, but it failed, right? It didn't break it because towards the end of the 1 hour candle closing, price basically ended up getting rejected. So I guess if you're someone that's smart, you know how trading works, you would probably not have fell for this trap because you would have had to wait for the price to actually give you a clear confirmation that it has broken the resistance, which it didn't, right? If you look at the 1 hour time frame here, the candle didn't close above the resistance, right? We didn't get that confirmation. So there will be no reason for you to actually enter a buy. Even on the 30-minute time frame, there was no confirmation that it broke the resistance, right? And then that's it. For me, I don't look at 15-minute as confirmation for breakout. Usually for me, it's 1 hour right? If this is a resistance that's on the 1 hour time frame, 4 hour, daily, I would usually use 1 hour as confirmation as to whether the price has broken that resistance or support, right? Like if you were relying on the 15-minute time frame, you would have thought that we broke the resistance, right? Because it did break it on the price did break the resistance on the 15, right? But this was a fake breakout because right after breaking it, what ended up happening next is we started selling off. However, if you were waiting for confirmation on, let's say, the 1 hour, then you would not have fallen into this trap, right? So the 1 hour and 30 minutes time frame is usually a better time frame to confirm the price has broken a resistance or support that's on the 1 hour time frame or that's on the 4 hour and above. Okay. So, anyways, let's look at AUD USD and see what's happening. Okay. Number one, so I've been following your strategy of 1 hour and 30 minutes, but my SL is usually very high. Okay, I see. Yeah, if the stop loss is high, you can play around with it by using a smaller lot size, okay? Because this strategy, this way of analyzing that I show you guys all the time plays out 90, let me say 80%, 80 to 90% of the time it plays out, okay? The only disadvantage is, yes, the stop loss tends to be a little bit high. So one way to play around with it is to make sure you're not risking too much, right? Decrease your lot size. That way you will not lose that much. Okay. So this is the current trend, right? It's currently in an uptrend. I've marked the previous high right here, previous high or low right here. Now, what has happened so far? We can see the price has just been going sideways. Our current high is right here at 64.38, which the market has basically been finding very strong difficulty to break. Okay, we got so many rejection and the price is most likely going to sell. Okay, it's going to sell because this is not good. I think it's going to sell. Now I want to see what's happening right over here. Okay, so I'm going to basically look at what's happening here. Okay, because over here we also have like a structure that is playing out. Okay, so let me analyze it for you guys. So we have this structure that's currently playing out right here. Okay, so right now in the short term, it is going to buy. Okay, in the short term, we're going to buy back to 64. We should buy back to like 64.19. Okay, so around 64.19, I believe it should buy back there, okay, in the short term, but in the long term it's going to sell. Now for you to sell this pair AUD USD, a good area to look for sell is around 64.12. Okay, so 64.12, 64.20 would be a good area to look for a sell. Okay, so that's what I see AUD USD doing, is basically going to sell. And where are we going to sell to? Back down here, 63, 33. Okay, so that's the expectation. We'll see whether this plays out or not. Okay, so yeah, so in the short term, you could buy here, target this 64.20 as your TP, and then enter a sell around those area, okay? Because it's going to sell eventually, okay? Let me read the comment section. What are you guys saying? Can you please analyze GBP JPY? Sure. Oh yes, it plays out most of the time while backtesting. I've found that internal support works in the most impressive manner. Nice. It works in the most impressive manner. Yeah, it's a really powerful way of analyzing. So yeah, so far I've analyzed gold, analyzed GBP/USD. For gold, I said it's gonna sell. Okay, so I'm expecting the price to sell. For GBP/USD, I'm also expecting the price for GBP/USD, I'm also expecting the price to sell. Okay, and then for AUD/USD is also a sell. Okay, so it looks like everything is gonna be a sell for today. Okay, everything's going to be a sell for today. And then, yeah, so next pair, let's see what can we analyze next. Oh yeah, Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin is the next pair. And then after that, I'll look at the requested pair, GBP/JPY. Okay, so let's take a look at Bitcoin, see what has happened since yesterday's analysis. Okay, so this is Bitcoin, guys. Oh wow, I just noticed. So I told you guys it was going to buy. Well, I said in the long term it should sell, but in the short term, when the price got to 93,600, I told you that it was most likely going to buy. So this was a good spot for a buy. And then the target was 94,400, okay, around there. And yeah, this buy actually played out perfectly. You can see once it basically just went straight up. It even went higher. Okay, it even went higher and all that. So that's cool. Now let's see where is the price. Okay, so this is the 1 hour time frame. Bitcoin is still in an uptrend, right? This is an uptrend on the 1 hour, and then current high is right over here. And we can see the price is basically struggling to break this resistance. It has attempted multiple times to try to break it, but still finding it hard to break it. So at this point, if I'm going to buy Bitcoin, a good area to buy Bitcoin is going to be down over here. Okay, so between 91,685, 92,000. Okay, so between 91,006, six to be more precise, 660. So 91,660 and 92,000 would be an area to look for a buy on Bitcoin. Okay, and I think this is where the price should head to. Okay, I'm expecting it to drop to that area, you know. However, let's look at the other possible scenario. Okay, if it doesn't, then for us to look for a buy, we need to see the price break this current resistance. Okay, so if Bitcoin can break 95,729, this is going to be a good area to buy. You would wait for the pullback. We buy here, we break this resistance, come back for pullback, and then we look for a buy. Now, once we're able to break this 95,729 resistance, where Bitcoin is going to get to next, all right, it is going to be able to push to 96,500, and it could actually even go higher. Okay, it can go higher. Let me just zoom in here. Yeah, it could go all the way to this 99,000, right? It should be able to easily do that once we clear the current resistance of 95. Okay, so for Bitcoin, look for buy either above 95,729 or look for buy down around 92,000. Okay, this is a long-term price prediction. Now in the short term, let's look at what's happening right now. Okay, to see whether from where the price is right now, is it about to sell or is it about to buy? Okay, let's take a deeper look uh, on what's happening right now. Okay, so looking at this, number one, what we see is that obviously we have bearish structure that's currently playing out. Okay, so that's number one thing that I notice here. Okay, so we have that bearish structure that's currently playing out. The price broke above this high, which of course signaled the buy. This is why, since the price was able to break above this high, came back here for the retest. This is one of the reasons why this was a good spot to buy. Now, after this, what happened next? Okay, the price failed to break this next high. Okay, so this next high, it actually failed to break it, got massively rejected. Okay, and then now after this rejection, the market has since just been going sideways. Right now it's basically in it's not in a, how do I say it? It's not indecisive um thing. Okay, so for now, for Bitcoin, I would wait to see, because we currently have, this is a bear structure. Okay, so I want to see the price break this current low. Okay, if the price can break below this current low, this is 94,213. If we can break below that, okay, it's gonna sell. But for now, yeah, for me, honestly, right now, Bitcoin is just, this movement here is just, it's unpredictable. Okay, right now, from what I see here, I would have known it's gonna sell. Okay, here I know it's gonna buy, but here the price is an indecisive. You know, this where it is right now, anything can happen. It can either break, go back here to break above to go higher, or it can break this to go lower. Okay, so that's basically it. For now, if I was to trade Bitcoin, I'm going to just wait for one of these two things to happen. For me to sell, I need to see a break below 94,000. Okay, to buy, break above 95,700. Okay, and then that's it. Okay, and then yeah, so that's basically it for Bitcoin right now. There's no trade opportunity for Bitcoin. Okay, at least based on the strategy that I use, I don't really see any trading opportunity. I would just stay out of Bitcoin for now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set an alert, okay, above 90. I'll just set it like slightly like above 95,900, and then I'm going to set an alert below this 94. Okay, that way when the price does come to one of these areas, I will now open the chart to observe and see what happened. Was it an actual breakout, or was it just like price like leaving a large wick and then bouncing back up? Okay, based on that observation, I will now determine whether I should place a trade or not. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. So let me bring up the next pair here, GBP, JPY. Let's look at this. Yeah, so okay. All right, so looking at GBP, JPY, let's see what is happening here. Okay, so on the 1 hour, it is trending up. Lord, okay, look at that. Okay, it's at a possible area for buy. Okay, it's in an area for a possible buy right here. The price should, this is a area that should push the price up to that level right there. Okay, let's check the daily time frame, see what's happening. All right. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, so anyways, on the daily time frame, okay, it is currently, we have bearish structure. Okay, we have a bearish structure because price basically, it broke this low here, so this is bearish. Okay, lower high is right here, which is an area where price basically is having strong resistance. Okay, anyways, right now I'm going to just focus on this current structure, right? Because we have a structure right here that's playing out. So I'm going to just focus on that instead of looking at the whole. Okay, so this is what we have right here. We have this low and this high right here. I'm going to change this to gray. Okay, so this is the structure right now on the daily time frame. Okay, based on the daily time frame, the price should push all the way up here. Okay, it should go all the way to 196.01. Okay, that's what I see happening. I think it's going to slowly make its way up there because of this price managed to, it did a fake out, right? It attempted to break this low here, but it was not successful. Okay, it broke below it, but and ended up reclaiming that support. So this turns into it was once resistance, but it's no longer resistance. It turns into support. That's why you can see once we broke above it, price returned, use it as support, and now it's going up higher. Okay, so now what we are seeing is that we have this high over here that the price just broke. Okay, so I'm going to just mark this here for you guys. So this is, yeah, so we have this high right here. We just broke above that high, so this is going to be a good area for possible buy. 190 sorry, 189.74 is going to be a good area for possible buy. If the price drops to that level, this would be a good area for a buy. Okay, so let's check the 1 hour. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's going to eventually buy. Okay, good area. Number one, you can enter at this current price. This is 190. Okay, this is one good area to enter a buy. And if the price drops lower, the next area to look for a buy is around 189. Okay, 189 would be the next possible area for a buy. And then the main target is all the way up here. Okay, it's quite far away. So out first, you can target number one, 193. Okay, so this is the next resistance. After the price clears this 191, okay, 191.71, which is the current resistance. Once it clears that resistance, the next resistance is going to be up here. Okay, so the next resistance would be this one right here. Okay, that'll be the next one. After this one, the next resistance is up here. So if you're going to buy here, first take profit should be around 193.68. Second TP around 195.71. Okay, and where do you want to buy? You want to buy at the current price level 190. That's a good area for an entry. Second area is 189 for an entry. Okay, 189.70. 71. Okay. So yeah, so that is, this is the analysis on this pair here, GBP/JPY. You may be asking, what about the stop loss? Where can I be setting the stop loss? Great question. Okay, so based on this structure, right? This is the current trend, right? The price started this uptrend and is going to most likely keep moving this way until it gets to the top, right? The stop part. So currently we have, this is the 4-hour time frame. Our previous high is right here. Previous lower high is right here. So a good area to set your stop loss if you're going to enter this buy and target all the way up here, you want to set your stop loss slightly below this. Okay, so slightly below 188.24. okay, 188. If you want to enter the trade, right, and then you want to target 193.62 as your take profit, set your stop loss below, slightly below 188.19. Okay, now in the short term, if you want to take a buy and you want to target 191, right, 191.26, which is where the price is going to go to first. Okay, then set your stop loss below 189. Okay, so 189.97 would be, so 189.97 would be a good area to set your stop loss. Okay, if you're entering the buy from the current price level and then you're targeting just up here, then you can set your stop loss there. Now, if you want to keep holding, let's say the price gets to 190, it gets to 191, and then instead of it getting rejected, it ends up actually breaking above it, then you can keep holding the buy. Just trail your stop loss, right? Like trail, you move your stop loss from this 189 and then just move it to the next low that the price forms, right? Which will most likely be this one here. If the price is able to make it all the way here, this 190 would be now a good area to set your stop loss, right? You move it from here to now here, and then you keep trailing it all the way up. Okay, so that's the analysis on euro or GBP/JPY. Okay, gold is dropping. Yeah, as expected. I'm going to bring this pair down so I can monitor it to see what happened, whether the analysis played out or not. Gonna see, keeping track. Okay, so prediction number 1 is to buy back here, and then prediction number 2 is we drop here and then we buy. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. Let's go and check gold. Can we buy GBP/JPY now? Yeah, it's at a good area for buy. Okay, the first spot where it's at, that's one good area for buy. Just make sure if you're buying here, set your stop loss below 189, 189.97. Okay, so let's check gold and see what's happening. Let's see. Yeah, as predicted, the price of gold is slowly selling. Okay, market is not, it's not really moving that fast right now. It's a little bit slow, but yeah, it's slowly selling. So that still is still valid. Okay, the sell is still valid, so I'm going to keep holding the sell. Okay, so I think that's it. There's no other pairs. I've analyzed gold, looked at AUD/USD, which is a sell. We've looked at GBP/USD, which is a sell, and we've looked at gold, which is also a sell. Okay, so now what can I do? Okay, um for the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna give you guys some trading psychology tips. Okay, as you guys may or may not know, okay, trading is it's a mind game, right? A lot of the times you'll notice that when you are trading, you are having a strong battle in your mind, okay, with yourself in your mind. You're having a strong battle with yourself in your mind. You'll be seeing the price, you're analyzing the chart. One part of you is telling you that the price is going to sell. The other part of you is telling you that the price is going to buy. Okay? And this is going to basically make you so confused because you don't know which part to listen to. Okay? One thing you need to do, right, to overcome this is to become very disciplined. Number one, become disciplined in following a strategy. Okay, if you have developed a strategy that you know has worked in the past, has worked many times in the past, you've traded it yourself, and you know it has worked, then discipline yourself to only trade that strategy. Like when you analyze a chart, if you don't see that, setup at all appearing, train yourself to not trade if you don't see the setup. Okay, you have to just train yourself. You have to remind yourself, if you open the chart and you don't see it, just tell yourself, no, I'm not going to enter the trade because I don't see the setup. Okay, so there's 3 skills that you need to build. Okay, 3 things that you need to build to become successful in trading, to also improve your trading psychology. Number one, you have to have you need to become someone that's very disciplined. Number one, okay, and this is easier said than done, but it just takes practice. Discipline yourself in using the same risk management strategy. Discipline yourself in using the same strategy. Discipline yourself in trading the same pair. Stop trading so many pairs at the same time because this is not a good risk management. If you're new in trading, highly recommend you stick to only trading 1 to 2 pairs at a time. Try to learn that pair, understand how it moves, because not every forex pair moves the same. Okay, some strategy, like I have some strategies that work on gold that may not work on US 100. It may not work on Bitcoin, but it only works on gold, right? So you need to study specific pairs and try to really understand how that pair moves. Like you need to have a relationship with that pair, understand it before you try to start trading other pairs. Okay, so number one, have a very disciplined mind. Okay, number two, you have to become consistent. Okay, once you build up that discipline, now you need to work on becoming consistent in being disciplined, consistent in following your strategy, consistent in applying the same risk management no matter what. Okay, you can basically have a notebook where you keep track of how you've been doing every single day. If you're failing or if you're winning, keep track of your set goals. Like, hey, this week I'm gonna make sure I only trade 1 pair throughout this week. See how you did at the end of the week. Review that trading week. How did you do? Did you respect that goal that you wrote, or did you not respect it? And if you didn't, why didn't you? Okay, you have to start doing things like this, and as you do that, you're becoming aware of what is working and then what is not working. Okay, and then over time you're going to start building those skills. Okay, discipline number one, consistency. Okay, so consistency. Number two, And then number 3 is to have patience. Okay, you have to become very patient. Okay, have patience. You need to have patience because the market, it's especially the forex market, does not really move that fast, right? If you're trading pairs like GBP, USD, Euro, and all those pairs, they tend to not really move that fast, right? It tends to be very, very slow and all that. And this can make you feel very agitated because you're like, there's a specific area that you're waiting for the price to come to, but it just keeps, it's not coming. And then sometimes it may look like it's not going to come there. So what you end up doing is you start doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing. You start trading against your own strategy. That's because you don't have any more patience, right? So if you want to become successful in trading, start becoming very patient. Wait for the market to come to you. Don't be chasing the market. Okay? Don't be chasing at it. Just wait. It will take time. But remember, once you always want to make sure you're entering at the right time, you want to make sure you're trading at the right spot. Okay? That your patience is going to pay off eventually. Okay? So these are 3 things. And then I'm going to just add this lastly. Um, Emotionless. Okay, so you need to become, like, not saying that you have to become someone that has no, no, how do I say this, like, in real life towards other people, like you have no emotion. No, like when it comes to trading, when you are trading, have zero emotions, right? If the price hits your TP, don't be super like, oh my goodness, like you're super excited. Not good. Okay. When you're too excited, you tend to become overconfident. And when you become too overconfident, you'll start to you're gonna start making mistake. Okay. The price hits your TP, cool. When the price hits your stop loss, cool. Don't become so emotional when it hits your stop loss. You start overthinking, you start maybe being fearful and things like that, You need to just be cool. Don't trade with emotions. Never be excited when you're entering a trade. If you notice that you're too excited, like you're about to enter a trade and you're super excited about it, that is already bad. That's like a red flag. You don't want to be excited because you have to understand that trading, nothing is guaranteed. So never ever feel like, oh, I know for sure 100% this is going to play out. Always know that, hey, I'm entering this trade. I already know there's a chance it may not play out. Have the mindset that this trade might not play out so that you don't set yourself up for disappointment. Okay. So become emotionalist. When your price hits your TP, don't be happy. Don't just have no emotions, okay? And if the price hits your stop loss, don't have any emotions. Just be cool and everything, okay? So these are 4 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, that will help you to start becoming better at trading, becoming more profitable, and all that, okay? Another thing I would advise you guys to do is, if you notice that you've been like losing, usually what happens is when you're losing a lot in trading, especially when you blow your account, the next thing that comes to mind is, let me refund my account. Let me go and get more money and put into it. Like you feel like you need to add more money so that you can make back all your losses, right? So my advice to that is, don't add any more money. Okay? If you've blown your account, don't go add any money. Okay? What you need to do is go back and review that strategy that you've been using again. Maybe there's something about the strategy that you didn't notice at first, okay, until the strategy started making you lose. Now you have to go and review and see what is causing the strategy to actually not work out 100%, right? So go back and review it, and as you are reviewing it, don't enter any more trade until you fully understand. Okay, I would usually whenever I would lose in trading and all that, I would go back and start back testing the strategy over and over. I'll go in the past and try to see what, scenarios. I'll try to see scenarios of when the strategy didn't play out. And then I would basically um use that to improve in the next trade. Okay. So once I've been able to now understand why that strategy failed, this is when only then am I going to now fund my account again to start trading. But until I understand why the strategy failed, I'm not going to enter any more trades until then. Okay. So that's what I would recommend. When you blow your account, don't go quickly refund your account again, because you're going to end up blowing it again, right? You need to learn the mistake that you made, try to understand it first. Once you feel like you understand it 100%, then go back, fund your account again, and then try to apply what you learned, right? So you don't blow your account again. So that's pretty much what I have to say to you guys, right? I'm going to end the live now. I hope you guys enjoyed this live, got value out of it. Thank you to everybody who joined this live today. And I appreciate all the likes. We got to 18 likes, which is awesome. How many people are still here? 15. Okay, cool. You guys are the real deal. I appreciate the love and support. So I'm going to be signing off now, and I'll come live again tomorrow around 10 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. So yeah, so if you're still on the gold sell, keep holding it. Don't trade with emotions. If the trade played out, praise God. If it doesn't play out, it's fine. There's always going to be another trade setup. Okay. So with that being said, hope you guys have an amazing, successful, profitable day, and see you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. And make sure to join the Telegram group, okay? If you're watching this live and you're not yet in the Telegram group, make sure to join it. The link is in the description box of this video. So quickly go over there and join.